If you're creating content for LinkedIn, then you know that these carousel posts get the most attention, most clicks and comments. But creating these can take a lot of time. So I have built this AI automation that lets me build this on autopilot. And I only have to add some information to Airtable, and the automation automatically creates different carousel posts like this 5 best AI automation tools in 2025. The same one can also create 5 reasons Claude AI beats ChatGPT for marketers. And you can see the other pages here as well. It always has the title, some text, and also a screenshot or an image. And basically it works with whatever type of listicle topic. So let me show you exactly how it works. Okay, so I'll quickly show you how to set it all up. It seems complicated. The Make.com automation uses a lot of modules, but that's just because I'm doing a lot of repetitive stuff and using AI modules for this. But basically, what you have to do first, join aimarketingmasters.com. This is my private community where you get all these other automation blueprints as well and their table templates. So this is the shortcut you need. So if you open up this automation post, then you can get the Make.com blueprint here, download it to your computer, and then you can copy their table-based template as well. This specific one opens up like this. So you will have some of my data here, but first you have to use this copy base button. So add this space to your workspace. And now once this is in your workspace, maybe change the name a bit. I'm going to name it LinkedIn 5-step carousel. And then I can actually get rid of most of these records that are already here. So delete these, but leave one just to test things out. Another thing we definitely need to set up here is the automation. But before we do that, go to make.com. And if you download the Make.com blueprint from aimarketingmasters.com, then you just have to go and just create a new scenario. And then when you have opened this up, go down here and import the blueprint, choose the file, and then save. And now it opened up the whole thing. So now we just have to connect it with our accounts. So quickly also, I have to show all of the tools that we need. As you can see, I'm using lots of these gray modules. This is Open Router. This is a tool that allows you to use different AI modules, and you only have to set it up once. And then you can change the models here really easily. I'm using Claude Sonnet 4 for most stuff, but go to openrouter.ai, create an account. And you have to also upload some credits. I have uploaded $10, for example, and then it starts using that credit. And then you will get the API key from here, and with this API key, you can connect it with Make.com. So then you can set up all of these AI modules, so you don't have to do a separate account with ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, whatever. It's all there. And another tool that I'm using here to generate those images is placid.app. So let's open this up as well. This is a paid tool as well. And here you can set up different templates. So I have set up this top 3 tools, although I ended up using it with 5 steps. So I have the title slide, I have the body slide, and I have the closing slide. So 3 templates are all you need. And here you also have the API tokens under the project that you can then connect with these Make.com modules. And once you have your account connected, then you can choose the templates that you want to use. And here you can see all of the dynamic parts that can be changed. And let me show you here, when I open up a template, here you can see all the layers. And the ones that have this dynamic element icon here, these are all the things that I can change inside Make.com. So with this template, I can change the body text. So this is here. I can change the screenshot. This is here. And I can change the title. So 3 elements on this body slide. And on the closing slide, I only change 1 element. So call to action. This is this text element here. And on the title slide, there's also 1 element, the title. So this element here. So basically, you have to create an account with Placid app. The basic plan is $19 per month, and you get 500 credits. So 500 credits get you 500 images. If you are creating lots of carousels, it definitely makes sense. But at first, you can also try it out with a free trial. So these are all the accounts that you need. And also, if you don't have already Airtable account, create that one as well. And you need a paid account here as well, which is like $24 per month. So there are some costs involved. Make.com, I'm paying like $10 per month, but you can get fairly far with a free account as well. So basically, once you're here, you have to create a new webhook. So add the new webhook here. You can name it whatever, then save. And then you have this URL here that you have to copy. But before you do that, go back to Airtable and close all the wrong ones. So this is the new base that I copied from AI Marketing Masters. And if you go to automations, let's set up the webhook trigger. So first, the trigger here is when a record matches conditions. Select the table, and the condition is the status is generate draft. Then the next step is going to be run a script. You can delete everything that's here. Then you need this small script that's available in AI Marketing Masters again. So go ahead and copy this from here, or take a screenshot and let the AI transcribe this part. Now back to Airtable. Paste it here. And now we have to remove everything that's before the question mark, this URL. And we're going to go back to make.com. Now copy this webhook address, go back to Airtable and replace this URL just before the question mark. And then one more thing that we have to do, we have to add input variable. And this is going to be record ID, just like this. And the value is going to be record ID. And then we can finish editing. And one more step that I want to add here is to update the record. Let's select the table. Record ID is Airtable record ID. And the field that I want to update is the status field. And I want to add it as processing. So it would be really clear that the automation is running and we wouldn't start clicking it twice. Okay, and now this is done. So let's just rename it as make trigger, for example, and let's turn it on. So now we can go back to the data and we have this one test record here. But before we continue, go back to make.com, save the webhook, save the whole thing just for a second. And let's unlink this for now and make it run once. So now the webhook is looking for the trigger. Go back to Airtable and let's mark the status as generate draft. So if the Airtable automation part is working, it should send this draft information through the webhook. And yes, it did go through because it's now processing. So back to make.com and now you can see the record ID came through. So this is all we need. So now we can reconnect this. And now Airtable module is getting this record. So you have to add your connection here. And now what you have to do is you have to pick the correct base. And that's why we needed to change the name of the base. So now I have the correct one, the table, and the record ID is here. So now we can just save this. And now we have to go one by one to connect all of these tools. So this first Open Router module is going to create all of the carousel texts. So it's taking the input we are adding here to Airtable. I'm going to show you in a minute. And there's also a system prompt that tells AI to create text that doesn't sound like AI. And the model, I'm using Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4. This is my favorite model right now. And that's the good thing about Open Router. If the models change, I can change it really quickly here. So I can use Gemini here. I can use OpenAI, ChatGPT. This makes life simpler. And also there's an automatic fallback. So if one of those LLMs is down for any reason, it falls back into using some other AI model and our automation still runs and doesn't break. So that's really good. So make sure that you connect your Open Router account, that you have some credits uploaded, and then all of these prompts are going to be already here. So basically, I'm then using all of these to kind of get the titles, so all the elements that go on the templates. I'm now individually extracting them and adding to placid.app. So here, go one by one, and when you get to placid.app, then you make sure that the first template is going to be a title slide. And here you only have that one text title. So you get that text from this previous module. Then the next two modules, one is creating the first body slides title. The next one is creating the body text. And the body text is coming here. And the image we are going to get from Airtable, and we have to upload this manually. So basically, you just have to go through all of these modules, connect them, make sure that your title slide is using one template. The slides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are using the body template, and the closing slide is also a different one. The last Open Router AI module is creating LinkedIn post text part. And I'm also using this tool pdf.co. So you can sign up for this as well, and it puts together all of these image files and creates a PDF. Because in LinkedIn, you have to upload PDF and not image files to get the carousel post. So basically, all of these placid.app images are added here, and we are getting a PDF from this. And the last module is going to be an Airtable module. Here, again, you have to make sure that you're using the right base. By default, it wants to show me my original base, not the one that I got from the template and change the name. So make sure you're using the right one. So the record ID must be from the first webhook. And then we are updating everything. So the status is going to be marked as done now. And then all of the 5 body slides, title slide and closing slide, all of the image URLs are added as image files here. So these are going to be uploaded here in this field. Then the PDF file URL is here. And on Airtable, it gets uploaded here. And then the LinkedIn post text is going to be here as well. And then you can just save it. And make sure before you start testing it that you save everything down here as well. And you can set it as on. And when we go back to placid.app, so this is an important part, you have to set up all 3 of these templates. Basically, you can copy what I did here. So this is the title slide. There's just one text element that is dynamic. I added my picture, the size is here. Then the body slide, there's a title, there's the text part, and there's an image. And then on the closing slide, I added links to my social media, and these I'm not going to change. And what's changing every time is this title or call to action on the closing slide. So set everything up here as well. If you need help, come to aimarketingmasters.com. I will help you out. And then on Airtable side, once you start adding new information, this is how it goes. So you have to add the title. So the topic idea, AI is going to rewrite it a bit so it doesn't have to be perfect. Then there's an option to add special instructions. So if you want to finish with a specific call to action, for example, or for example, I asked to add the pricing information here, but you can leave this empty as well. And then what's needed is those steps. 5 steps, 5 images. You have to create these all the time. So since this topic was about tools, then each step is a tool. So I just add the tool name and some context because AI is going to write this whole thing anyway. But what I do have to do manually, I have to add the screenshot. So because I was talking about this script here, then I added an image about the script. And how you can easily do this, you can just go on a Mac, you can do a screenshot with Command, Control, Shift, and 4. And then you just drag your mouse on the screen and it creates a screenshot and it copies it to the clipboard. Then you go back to Airtable, you attach a file, and then you just paste this screenshot here. And it's already here. So upload it. And this way you can really quickly create those images. You can also do a Google image search, for example. So let's do the script images, for example. And here, if I open one up, I can just copy the image. I can go back to Airtable. And when I paste this image here, I can again upload it. And this is just as a test, always add just one picture because the templates can only handle one picture. So for this example, let's delete all the other ones and leave just one. And then you do the same with the step 2 or tool 2. So for example, this is Publer, a social media scheduling tool. And then I have another screenshot that I've done here. Then the 3rd step, an image, 4th step, an image, and 5th step, and an image. And then the status field is where the magic happens. So here you just pick generate draft and it starts generating them on the background. It goes through all of these modules here. So as you can see, it's already running now. It creates all the text, then it extracts the text, it adds them to Placid templates, it then gets the templates, it then gets the images, it turns them into a PDF, and once it's finished, it uploads everything to Airtable. So once it's done, it's going to upload new images here, it's going to upload the PDF, and also the text part of the LinkedIn post that you can choose here from several options.